Hello, everyone. I'm Marie Downey with this FastCast on this Tuesday, December 5th. Here's a look at just some of your day's top stories. Tonight, the Anchorage Assembly will take the first step for a potential solution to Anchorage's homeless crisis to vote on a measure called the Next Step Housing Initiative. The plan was announced yesterday, and unlike some of the other plans, it seems to have the support of nearly every local official and advocate dealing with homelessness. It would cost about $4.5 million. That includes about $1.5 million from the Alcohol Tax Fund, and would help fund moving 150 people out of cold weather shelters and into more permanent housing. Assemblymember Felix Rivera says the hope is to get more people transitioned into shelters soon and out of them, particularly if the measure to allow the draw on the Alcohol Tax Fund passes during the December 19th Assembly meeting. And this afternoon, the Assembly also plans to recap the city's snow removal plan and its impact on residents after that record-breaking snowfall in the early weeks of November. While most Anchorage residents currently have properly cleared residential areas, some are still seeing one-lane roads, large snow berms, and even some icy ruts. Assemblymember Zach Johnson says it's time to take a closer look.
This year, the roads do not seem to be flat. It's kind of like you're constantly going over humps and bumps, and it can kind of throw your tires cattywonk, and you just really have to make sure you're holding onto the steering wheel to make sure you're going to stay focused on the lane.
I think generally gain a better understanding of what happened. A lot of people were concerned about how long it took for streets to get plowed, the quality of the street plowing, sidewalks, etc. And it certainly was, an extraordinary snow event. So it was, we recognized it was going to be a challenge to deal with it. But I think we have some questions about, is this really the best we could have done under the circumstances?
And it was a controversial start, but now APD says it has started equipping some officers with body cameras. APD did a demonstration yesterday showing how the cameras perform and what they can and cannot see. About 54 officers and their vehicles have been equipped so far with the cameras. Over the next few months, all 350 camera systems will be installed. Deputy Chief Sean Kay says, with a few exceptions, every encounter with the public will be recorded.
If you're interviewing a rape victim, for instance, if you're in a hospital, the officers are allowed to turn those off given certain circumstances. So we want to be cautious of those sensitive victims. But for the most part, every contact that we have is going to be on body-worn camera.
The public will have access to body cam video, but it will take a bit of a process. There will be records requests. You have to pay a fee in some cases, and the case says that it could be several months before the department can release any video. Well, that wraps up this edition of the FastCast. You can find these stories and a lot more by going to alaskasnewssource.com and on our streaming platforms. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.